Hey sports fans, Glassfallen here. I just recorded a video that the sound was too loud, and to be honest, I'm not in I'm in a bit of a bad mood today, so I don't really want to fuck around with editing sound and bullshit like that. I can't be asked. So I'm gonna record this mute. Everyone's played Sonic, you know what the music's fucking like, you know. So yeah, I have just something I want to like get out there and say to people is that I was playing Tekken earlier on. I'm gonna set the scene of it. I was playing Tekken Tag Tournament 2 earlier on, right? And I love that game and almost everything about it, but I realized that a lot of people play characters like Law, Brian, Paul, Huarang, bullshit characters, easy characters that people can just, spam buttons with because, it's easy and you don't have to think. And it got me thinking, it's like, has gaming gotten easier, as the technology has advanced? You'd think, with technology being what it is, we should be able to come up with some pretty hard games. And I've been racking my brains all morning, and, doing my last video, I was racking my brains and couldn't come up with anything, solid. But I'm looking for a hard game, and organically hard. I'm just going to clarify that straight away. I don't mean, Castlevania 2, Final Fantasy 7, Emerald Weapon hard, alright? Or Ruby Weapon hard. I mean, hard because that's how it was designed. It was designed to be difficult. It was designed to challenge you mentally. Not hard because you only did 3 damage and the boss had 1,000,000 health, right? I want organically hard. And excuse me, I've been racking my brains to think of a modern game that is actually difficult, and I can't think of one. So I'm making this video just to get people thinking, get people wondering, and see what people come up with to try and find a hard game. And then I'll probably play it if I have the ability to. But I want to get people thinking. Are games really easy? Or, is it just the fact that I'm super awesome and, growing up I've just gotten a hell of a lot better games and therefore games have never been difficult, but, I've just been shit. Which, don't get me wrong, very, very likely. Now, yeah, so I want to get people thinking, I want to get people's opinions about difficult games and what games are actually genuinely difficult, right? Because there are very few out there. I can't remember. I can't think of a game off the top of my head in the last generation that has been difficult. Really difficult. Except, and I know what you're all going to say, except for Dark Souls and Demon Souls, right? But they don't count, right? Because they're too obvious. They just don't count. Don't count them, right? I do not want to hear how hard Dark Souls is. I know. I've played it. I've got it. All right. I want different games, right? Games other than, those two that are, genuinely difficult. And I want people to get back to me because I am genuinely curious. Because I really can't. I can't think of anything, right? And, I was looking at, before I made this video, I was looking at, top selling games, right? Top selling games for PlayStation, top selling games for Xbox, and blah blah blah. And as the years have gone on, right, we've seen a lot more bias towards shoot 'em ups, right? Especially on the Xbox, right? The top, Xbox 360, the best and the Xbox, the top games for them are like Halo and Gears of War and Call of Duty and stuff, which is quite depressing. But, and you look back at older games, older game consoles, obviously for the Mega Drive, you have this game, which is why I picked it, because, this is obviously the most popular Mega Drive game in ever. Everyone loves Sonic. Not anymore, but, everyone loves Sonic at this point. Whoops. But, there is a distinct bias to shoot 'em up games. Now, I'm just thinking, is it because they're easy? Because let's face it, shoot 'em up games are not difficult. Right? Anyone can pick up a shoot 'em up game and play it. That's the entire point. That's probably why they're so popular, because they're so easy and, you know, dumbasses can play them. But, you know, true technical games tend to get, you know, left behind. Like, I'm a massive fighting game fan, right? I love fighting games, right? And my favourite fighting game at the moment is Virtua Fighter 5, right? I never played it when it first came out. I didn't have a chance to, and I never got around to buying it because I'm poor, and I have to like really be, you know, I just never got around to buying it essentially. But I played it recently. I played it very recently, and you know, I've got DOA 5 and I've got Tekken Tag Tournament 2, right? And I love those games. They are awesome, but technically, they're not as good as Virtua Fighter. You know, they're simply not. And it got me wondering: do people like, you know, Tekken is obviously the most popular fighting game out there. You know, and it got me wondering: do people like these games because they're good, or because they're easy to pick up, and the majority of the market are casual gamers? Just food for thought, you know. Get people thinking, because, you know, as I said, I was playing Tekken earlier, and every motherfucker and their brother decided to go Brian, Law, Hwoarang, or Paul, you know? Piss easy characters. No real technical skill needed to play them, you just mash buttons. You know? So, yeah, I want to get people thinking. I want to get you guys, you know, you folks out there in the Ethernet to give me your opinions. And yeah, let me know if you think games are, you know, genuinely difficult nowadays. You know, I'm trying my best not to say like Castlevania or anything like that, because I never owned Castlevania. I've only played that on an emulator, you know, over a friend's house. So, you know, I'm just curious as to what people think. You know, do people agree that games aren't that difficult anymore? And, or, you know, do people think, yeah, the games are actually difficult? You know, I've probably just gotten a little bit better at games than, you know, I was when I was a kid, which, you know, obviously is bound to happen. You get better the more you do something, but, you know, I might be just, you know, that's what I want to know. Am I being nostalgic? You know, do I think the game, you know, games, I don't think games are better when, you know, back in the day, because they're not. You know, let's face it, this game is fun, but it's not, you know, compared to modern day technology, this game isn't very good. I mean, you know, this game wouldn't hold up to, you know, some of the worst looking PS3 games and Xbox 360 games out there right now. But, well, actually, I don't know, maybe some of the indie games, but, you know, I just want to know if you think games are difficult, and, you know, if so, which games? You know, let me know, because I am genuinely curious, and I am going to spam this video out to as many people as I can think of, because I am genuinely curious, and, you know, I want to know about these difficult games, because I'd like a challenge. You know, not doing anything at the moment, so, you know, let me know. I, you know, need a project, so give me, you know, watch this video, give me a shout out, and let me know what you think. So, just to clarify a few things, right? I mean, when I say difficult games, I mean organically difficult, right? Those are the restrictions, right? Not games that are super hard because bosses take 1,000,003 hits to kill, but games that are difficult because that's how they were made, right? I'm not talking like Emerald Weapon or Ruby Weapon or something in Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII wasn't a very difficult game. Let's be honest, right? The Ruby Weapon is only difficult because he can one-hit kill you if you don't know how to, you know, fix it so he doesn't. And the Ruby Weapon just goes, you know, vanish into quicksand. So, organically difficult games, get games that really challenge you technically, right, and mentally, right? Games that make you think, games that make you, you know, that are genuinely difficult. You know, Another World I would count, right? Or Out of This World, or whatever you want to call it, right? I would count those games because, games like that, yeah, you can instant die, but that was the entire point of the game. You're a fragile human being. You know, Life is, fragile. That was the entire point of the game. So I will accept things like that, but I'm looking for you know, modern equivalents because I can't think of any off the top of my head, and it is disturbing because I really, games shouldn't have got, games should have gotten harder as technology has advanced because, we should be able to come up with new technologies and stuff. So, have a think. Let me know, your opinions. I'm just going to pause it here and finish the video. So, let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions. And, yeah, get back to me because, I'm starting to lose faith in the gaming world. So, yeah, this is Glass Fallen issuing a challenge to the world to let me know difficult games. And, yeah, I look forward to hearing what people have to say. Peace out.